Hey guys, it's Megan. I'm not really sure where to go with this video, but I wanted to give a bit of an explanation as to why I haven't posted a video in a while, and especially over Christmas. Like, if you've been following my channel for a while, last Christmas we had tons of videos and I was really feeling the Christmas spirit in 2015, and honestly I was really like, beginning of December, I was so happy about Christmas in 2016. Then, how do I say this other than just blurting it out? Then depression. If you're new to this channel, you will know, or you won't know actually, that in about a year ago, maybe a little more than that, maybe a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with depression. I wasn't surprised by that. I was, however, surprised that it was classified as moderate to severe. Over the summer, this past summer, I really got hit by it. You know, one thing after another, my coping mechanisms just weren't there. And then over Christmas time as well, it kind of hit me again. And I do take medication every day for it, to kind of still be able to get out of bed and everything. But even over this past Christmas holiday, it was all that I could do was to force myself to get out of bed, to watch the kids, to look after the kids and everything. But honestly, like, I would have a half-hour nap in the morning and about an hour nap in the afternoon, and then I would either be asleep all night long or not at all overnight. I couldn't sleep, or I was continuously sleeping, or anything like this, and it was rough. I'll be honest, like, it was a tough Christmas break. And to actually think of having to get the energy to either get dressed or to get out of the house, or to get back out of the house after going to work for the day, was just too much for me. And my daughter especially noticed it. She mentioned about not doing much with the Advent calendar this year, or I guess last year now. Welcome to 2017. And I apologize profusely to her about that. And the kids know that I have depression. I just, honestly, I couldn't really hide it, for lack of a better term. And things just happened over Christmas break that it was just my son and I home for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day. So we actually missed out on two family events on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. There's stuff with that specifically related to my ex-husband. And so we'll just leave it at that. That also doesn't help the situation. My son's behaviors, he decided to get a new stim and a new behavior that was actually quite emotional for me to deal with. I'm trying to describe it in very logical ways. And if you have depression, you know that it's not logical. It's emotional, it's illogical, it's weird. I'm not the only one that goes through depression. I know I'm not the only one that has a rough time around the holidays. Typically, I don't have a rough time around the holidays. I actually really enjoy the holidays. The one day that I was able to actually be part of our family type of stuff over the Christmas holidays was fantastic. It was amazing. We went up to my parents' farm. I actually didn't even take pictures. It was so, like, we were all just so in the moment. And we went up there and realized a couple days beforehand that there wasn't going to be enough space in the car with my boyfriend and his son and my twins. There wasn't going to be enough space in the car for my 22-year-old who was coming back from university. So she took a bus to kind of the nearby city near my parents' farm, and my dad went and picked her up, which was awesome. You know, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is, because my oldest is actually my stepdaughter. She's actually my ex-husband's oldest daughter. She's 22 and she's at university, and she was back and for the Christmas holidays and all this kind of stuff. And what's amazing is I keep getting proof, for lack of a better term, she is still part of our family. You know, like, my dad didn't have to go and pick her up from the bus station. And when I thanked him for doing that, because I didn't have enough space in my car, he's like, well, she's my granddaughter. Why wouldn't I? Which was just fantastic to me. And it just goes to show that, you know, family is family, and it doesn't matter for when divorce happens, right? And she is so part of our family. And it was the first time to actually have Christmas at my parents' place with all 4 of our kids there. With my oldest, with my twins, and with my boyfriend's son. Because it just hasn't worked out with his access schedule with his son to actually have Christmas at my parents' place. So all 4 kids were going crazy. It was chaotic. It was loud. My oldest kept, you know, saying that she wasn't going to play hide and seek when the 3 11-year-olds were like, yes, you are. And then she'd go and play. And like, it was absolute beautiful chaos. And thankfully, I was able to get out of my depression enough for that day to enjoy it, to really actually experience the fact that my family was there, and it's a full family unit, and that was amazing. And it helped in the whole emotional whatever related to missing Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and, you know, a lot of the other days over the Christmas holidays where I just couldn't do anything. Like, I fed the kids, I made sure that they were comfortable, I gave them, you know, activities to do kind of around the house, I arranged for play dates for my daughter, and my son and I basically like hung out throughout all of Christmas. And I would sneak in naps where I could. Now, my son especially is at the age and the developmental age, because if you're new to the channel, he was diagnosed with severe, whatever that means, autism, when he was 3. And so there are some higher needs, you know. He's 11 years old, but developmentally he's 3 or 4. And just smart as a whip. So thankfully, he's kind of at that stage now, and I wouldn't say age, I would say stage, where I can, you know, lie down on the couch for an hour and he kind of does his stims around and watches a movie or whatever, so that I could kind of do some self-care related to the depression. But Christmas break was tough. I'm still feeling it a bit. It's been a rough 3 weeks, guys. And I did receive some lovely Christmas cards from a few of you, which thank you so much if you sent them. If I have you on, or if I kind of know who you are on Facebook, then I did send you a thank you. And for those that did send it and it had your address, then I would like to mail you back a little thank you as well. So I will get to that. I just got to get out of my head. My brain can be my best and my worst enemy. And unfortunately, the last few weeks, it's been my worst enemy. But I had to go do some logical stuff this morning. A girlfriend of mine actually basically like told me, you're going to do this today. So, because it's the first day back for the kids back at school. So, I did that today. And then she and I just kind of had some catch-up time as well, because I felt very isolated over Christmas break, very, very isolated, and that didn't help with the situation. There was 3 days there this past week where I couldn't even get dressed. I didn't have the energy or the ability to brush my hair. I'm just being real with you guys. I couldn't get dressed. It was literally all that I could do was to just, you know, make sure the kids were fed. There was one day last week where I had quite a bit of energy, so I did a bunch of prep work for food, so that then kind of the next few days I just had to heat things up for us, because I just couldn't do it. My daughter did notice that I was sleeping more, and she knows that, you know, sometimes when mommy just needs to lie down for a bit, that it's me looking after myself because of my depression, that it's me looking after my own mental health. She knows that one of my medications is to ensure that my mental health is okay. Yeah, so this has been a very long video to let you know that, you know, I did not have a very happy, even though everybody around me was having a great Christmas, but I myself did not. And it's just chemical imbalance that's going on in my brain. But I tried very hard to make sure that everybody around me had a good Christmas. And you know, the wonderful thing with depression is sometimes you can be in a room filled with people who love you and you feel completely alone. And I did a lot of it. And that's nothing that anybody can fix. I should say. It's just something that you kind of have to look out for, maintain, watch, and kind of work your way through. So today's big win, I'm fully dressed. I had a shower last night, because I shower at night because my hair takes like forever to dry. It takes about 4 or 5 hours to dry. And I went outside into the world today. So that was kind of cool. I'm hoping, and I'm doing this video too, which is huge. It's a little easier though, because I'm not having to interact with people. I'm interacting with my screen that will interact with people. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to be real about this, and I really don't have the words to articulate exactly how I'm feeling, because it just, depression is you feel different than anything else you could possibly feel. Oh, speaking of feeling too, my daughter was sick with the flu for a couple days. Poor thing. Poor thing. She threw up so many times. Oh. I'm hoping my son doesn't get it. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Hold on. There. I knocked on the trim around my door. Yeah, so I basically wanted to finish this off by saying that I get it, that not everybody has a good time over Christmas, whether it's actually related to Christmas or the holiday season, because Hanukkah and everything is in there too. I think it's Orthodox Christmas now, recently, I think. I'm not sure. I don't have a calendar right in front of me. And I get it. I was there. I was totally there. But at least I was able to have that one day where I just truly felt like I was connected with my family, and that was pretty amazing. So I'm hoping to get a few more videos done. I want to do like a planner, a 2017 planner. I found a really pretty one, but a month before Christmas. Here's a funny for you. Girlfriend of mine that I spent a lot of time with, Sarah, you've met her before if you've been with my channel for a while. She ended up actually receiving the exact same planner from her husband for Christmas. Really? We're both autism moms. We both have very similar personalities. We both have very similar strengths and weaknesses. And now we end up with the exact same planner. So I had to put my name on it with stickers, because when she was here earlier today, she's the one that dragged me out this morning. We almost got them mixed up. Seriously. Anyway, so I'll be doing like a planner review, because I really love this planner, and I'm really picky when it comes to planners. I'm thinking of doing kind of a recap of 2016. I haven't really figured out like goals for 2017 yet, other than I'm wanting to really put more kind of efforts into my YouTube channel. What that looks like yet, I haven't figured out because I've got to get out of, you know, the bad part of my brain. Stay tuned for that. So I've got a few video ideas coming up. Oh, and I also want to share more of my bullet journal as well this coming year. And I'll probably end up doing the week in the life again. I'll continue doing my lunches, my school lunches and stuff, but I've got to have the energy to do those ones still. So they may be a couple more weeks from now. But be sure to hit subscribe below, and if all of these ideas sound like a good thing, then hit the thumbs up so that I know that I'm on the right path when I'm trying to figure out the planning that's happening for 2017. So anyways, Happy New Year to everybody, and I hope it's a great year. If you have come up with goals or not resolutions, what are they? Yeah, resolutions, right? I think, yes. Yes, it is. My brain is dead. Leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your personal, professional, social media, YouTube channel goals are for the year. I'd love to hear about them. So anyways, bye guys.